Hello, beautiful people. How are you? I am on a nature hike right now, and I'm going to try to do a video as well as go for a walk. I wanted to do an impromptu video because this coming week is going to be pretty intense. So today is the last day that Jupiter and Mercury are going to be in retrograde, and tomorrow they both go direct. And with this energy, like, it's going to be an intense week. We also have the Aries Full Moon on the 21st/22nd. And the Aries Full Moon is going to be very reactive energy. It's going to be very intense energy. It's the I am of the zodiac. People are really going to be in their own like mind frame. They're going to be very reactive to things. It's going to be edgy energy, especially with we've literally have 4 planets all going direct within the last like week and a half. And so it's, you know, we're coming out of that retrograde phase, but we have to go through like this standstill period first. So like when a planet comes out of retrograde, it basically like it's moving backwards, right? And so in order for it to go back forwards, it has to like kind of stop and then turn in the opposite direction, even though it's really not turning in the opposite direction. It's just how it appears to be. Okay, so I don't want to confuse anyone on that. But with that energy, it's like everything kind of like slows down. And when it slows down, it's kind of like when you sit still and you can't run away from your emotions. You feel things and you notice things so much more intensely. Sorry, I'm going to be watching where I'm walking because I'm out in the woods right now. Let me flip this around. Yeah, see, like it's kind of beautiful back here. I'm out at Lebanon in Egan. This is like one of my go-to spots. There's all these dirt trails and all these lakes, and it's just beautiful. A little scenic for you. So anyway, this energy this coming week is going to be intense. I know I keep saying that, but I don't tell you guys that to, be worried about it or to have anxiety. It's more like I need to be aware. Like if I'm aware of it, I take the power away from it, right? It's kind of like when you're vulnerable and you talk about things that make you uncomfortable. When you talk about them, it takes away that power of uncomfortableness. That's why vulnerability is so healing, is because it takes away the aspects of, oh, I don't like this. It becomes less and less of an impact for you. It becomes easier and easier to deal with. And it's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal anymore. So when I talk about this stuff, think of it like that. Like, oh, well, Brandy already told me what to expect. Oh God. I just heard dogs. I have major dog trauma. Sorry. Um, so, so Brandy already told you what to expect. So when it arises, you can be like, oh yes, like this is coming up for my own awareness so that I can just feel it and release it. And you don't have to be too worried about it. I want to let you guys know this because I think that there'll be a lot of situations that come up that really make you analyze where am I at? What do I want to do with this situation? And how do I want to go forward? Is what I've been doing in the past working for me? Because Mercury retrograde is all about our past, right? So what are the lessons that have been coming up for you? Hold on. I had to look at a map to make sure I'm going the right way. I got my Vikings shirt on today too. The Vikings are playing today. I'm probably posting this tomorrow, so I might be a day late. But anyway, about the Mercury retrograde and the lessons, Jupiter coming out of retrograde is Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's also a planet of luck and like prosperity. So with that going direct again, we can kind of feel like more of a forward motion, like going forward. We're going to feel like things are more on our side again. All of this was happening on an internal base though. So like whatever things have been going on for us the last like 5 or 6 months, because we had literally had 4 major planets all in retrograde. There's still a couple more in retrograde, but we're coming out of retrograde season. We call it retrograde season. We're about to start eclipse season, and this is also the ending of an eclipse season, the Gemini and Sagittarius axis eclipses, and which I am Gemini, so I'm kind of glad that these lessons have come to fruition. I've really noticed a lot, especially like with the relationships, like how I think about them, how I want to go forward, and how I personally don't like run away or react to people. Like I want to make sure that I don't accuse others of doing what I myself am doing. So it really is taking a lot of ownership. So ask yourselves, you know, this isn't about like what the other person is meant to learn. This is about what you're fucking meant to learn. And I'm somebody who's very much in your face about that kind of stuff. Like a lot of people, I have a lot of women, especially, that will come to me having issues with relationships and think that, you know, they want to call the guy a narcissist, or they want to put all the blame on the other person in the relationship, when in fact they're not seeing their own patterns and what they're doing by choosing to stay in those situations. And so, you know, they're like, well, when they figure it out, and it's like, nah, when you fucking figure it out, and you grow and you move past it and the lesson is over, that's when expansion happens. So that being said, you know, like that's not a blame thing. It's not about us like not thinking other people aren't at fault, but it takes two, you know, like we can't constantly play the victim. We can't constantly victimize ourselves and expect to grow. Like you don't grow in victimhood. You got to take your power back. You got to be like, okay, this happened. This fucking sucks. How do I heal? How do I move forward and make my life better as a result of this shit that happened? Because, you know, there's a lot of deep stuff that goes with trauma, and relationships can be very trauma based. They can be very abusive, as well as like childhood trauma, family trauma. Like this isn't about like you not actually being a victim. This is about you not wanting to stay there. This is about you not wanting to heal. So we all have to like go within. That's really what like the retrograde seasons are about. It's about going inward and being like, how do I grow? How do I learn? How do I move forward? And what did I learn during this time? So with that, I hope this makes sense. My evil eye. There we go. I do love this jewelry. Helen Wang, shout out to Helen. She makes all my jewelry. I love it. I sell a lot of it. So if you guys ever see anything that I'm wearing that you're interested in, I probably have others to sell. She makes very awesome crystal jewelry and healing jewelry. I can't say enough good things about her. And she's local, so that's great too. And I will be doing a full moon event this Friday, this coming Friday. And this is going to be about the Aries moon. So if you are struggling this week and you're really wanting to like release some shit from your life, definitely get on the list to come, because it's very limited space. All right. And with that, I am sending you all love, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.